I just wanted to bring up a conundrum. Do you know what a conundrum is? It's like a problem, a situation that seems to have no answer. Uh, and I guess it does have a number of answers to this particular conundrum, but it depends on person to person on what is an acceptable answer. For me, I always try to be fair, and there are some tips and tricks and techniques that are going to get you to a more favorable result. And what I'm talking about is you know, are you doing enough for the people in your life? Are you doing enough? It reminds me of this movie Encanto, and there's like a sister, one of the sisters, and she's like the strong sister, and she has to do all the heavy lifting, and she says she has to do everything perfect, and she does a song, and she says it's exhausting to have to be perfect, and one day she loses her strength and her extra superhuman power, and it really bothers her because she can't hold up her responsibilities anymore. But that's not what I'm talking about. It is what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about work. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about meeting halfway with everybody in your life. Are your friends meeting you halfway? Is everyone in your relationship, in your household, in your workplace, in your business relationships, is everyone giving the same amount of effort, or are some people not putting as much effort in, but expecting others to put in more effort? And then they would then reap more reward for no effort. We can be tricked into working really hard for people and getting nothing for it. And I can tell you the people who can trick you into these things are going to be, they're going to be a couple different things. They're going to play your emotions. They're going to get you to feel sorry for them. Or they're going to inspire you. So they can take advantage of you by making you feel bad for them, like acting like they're poor or sad, and you want to help them. And you say, "Oh, poor baby," and you help them, and they take advantage of you, and you do all the work because poor them. Or there's someone who is seemingly so amazing, and you just want to be like them and help them accomplish their goals because you believe in them, so you're going to do your best for them while they sit back and they watch you struggle to meet an end that only prospers them, that only gets them rewards, that only gets them money. Okay, so that's two things. Another thing is maybe you have a friend that's lazy, and you've known this person, you've grown up with them, and maybe you never really thought about meeting them halfway in anything, but you've been through a lot of stuff. And one day you kind of realize that your friend's just a lazy person and just never really have ever put any effort into your relationship. And one day you're just kind of like, wait a second, you never call me, you never come over to my place, you never make any effort to spend the money or do the thing that we want to do or make the plans. Okay, so there's a lot of different things in your life. It can be just chores. Who's doing the chores? Who's not doing the chores? Who has the harder life? Who burns more calories? Who burns less calories? All these things you can weigh on a scale and see who is enduring the pain of life at a greater amount and who is getting more treats from it, who is getting more rewards, who is getting the happy, bubbly, sparkly, fun things from life for less. Some people are happy to work hard and their reward is nothing more than the smile upon their child's face when they have a simple pleasure. It's enough for them. But that same amount of work that person does, another person, if they were ever to do that kind of work, they would expect to have $1 million. They would expect to live the life of luxury. They would expect to be rich and famous and have everything under the sun because they're so amazing. So you gotta know a person, understand who they are before you commit to giving your effort to them. And there are ways to get around people who will take advantage of you. You can get involved in programs and schoolings and systems that are structured that will guarantee that you move up. Maybe the military is a thing that will guarantee you move up. Merit-based systems. But when you have to move up by the account of someone's opinions and handshakes and friendships, there are going to be some things that you're not going to be able to move forward on. Because people have opinions, and that's the way they are, and it goes from generation to generation, from father to son to daughter to son, and it moves on forever, and they're never going to let someone else move forward. So don't commit your energy to them. Some of us only have that incredible energy to give because we weren't born into something that was like wealth or rich. We don't have that house on the hill with the pools and everything else. We weren't born into that. So what do we have that is going to buy us things, the things that we need, the life that we need? It's going to be what we do, what we put our energy to. And we have to be careful what we give that energy to. And my advice is get to know who you're giving your energy to in your relationships and in your career, in the people in your family. Get to know what they're doing with that, because it all will transform into something. And is that going to help you, or is that just going to help them? And if all they want is for the end result to be for their gain, you have to be guarded. You got to be careful. You got to be able to step back, and you have to be able to say, no, I'm not going to commit to that. I'm not going to do that, because this is all just for you. I'm going to lose if I involve myself in this. And as I get older, I don't think I can afford to lose anymore. I've already lost my daughter, and I've lost my knee, and along with the knee, I've lost a lot of things. I've lost years of doing a trade that I love because of these same things that I'm talking about. But I've gained a lot of things too, because I understand some things, and there are some things that are going to be very good in the future. And that's why I'm making these videos, because I might not get the chance to have these talks in person. So I'm not going to be able to enjoy them. But whoever gets to watch them will get to enjoy them. And that makes me happy right now, knowing that could happen someday. And that's worth it.